What's happening? This is going to be Q&A number 3 on my channel. Next video I'm going to try and make a little bit more, less Q&A, you know what I mean? I'm going to try and make it a proper sit down talk to the camera about a certain topic that I think a lot of people could benefit from. So, let's get straight into this. First question today is, what was I doing before all of this? I was doing a lot of things. I've been in many jobs. I've always found ways to make money, one way or another, to be transparent. But working, I've been a landscaper, I've been a ground worker, I've been a labourer, I've been a warehouseman, I've worked in retail, I've worked in a lot of areas of life, to be honest. I'd say the top 3 I primarily done was definitely warehouse and labouring. I'd say the other one I've done the longest was probably car detailing. Car detailing was probably the other one I've done for the longest. I had my own little business on the go before I moved house. So yeah, I'd say that was what I was doing beforehand for many years. I've been working since I was 15. I'm 23 now, so it's a long old bit of time to work. I don't advise of it for you. I advise you work, but I don't advise you get stuck in that situation like most people do. Work is there for you to get out of the shit. Do you know what I mean? Build yourself up a little bit from work and then invest yourself into a mentorship, into going on holiday to reinvent yourself, a one-way ticket to wherever that may be. That's what I think work should be used for. Not to be lazy and just go there every day and waste all your hours for no fucking reward. So yeah, that's what I was doing before all of this. What has been my biggest struggle so far? Whether that be to life or setting, I'm not too sure, but fuck it, we'll do both. In setting, probably, in all honesty, doing a loom video. For those of you that are in the space, you're gonna know what a loom video is. See, my problem is I get 30 seconds strong into it, and then from the 30 seconds, I'm just like, poof, my mind goes blank. And obviously you need your loom to be about a minute and a half long, if not even longer. So yeah, I'd say a loom is probably been my biggest struggle with setting so far. But as far as life goes, my biggest struggle in life, to be honest, has probably been the cannabino, the cannabis. Yes, it has probably been the biggest setback and the biggest struggle for me in my life. It's probably been the biggest controller of my life. The stage that I'm at in my life now, I've never been better, to be honest. I've never smoked as little as I have in this day and age. I've been smoking for about 6 or 7 years. Used to abuse the shit out of it, in all fucking honesty. And I do not advise you do. I don't advise you start. I don't advise it's good for you. I don't think it's good for anyone, to be honest. Yes, it might be a bit social, but the only people it's social with are dickheads. You don't want to surround yourself with dickheads, so don't smoke. What is my next car? My next car is, I'm debating between 2 things, to be honest. I know I'll have both at some point, either way, at the same time, but either, I've got to put this first. A Cupra, yeah? Cupra 300, nice sunroof, heated seats. Oh, bosh, lovely jubbly. A Cupra R, preferably, yeah? I don't know about insurance, though, to be honest. And secondly would be a pickup truck. I do like my pickup trucks heavily. I'd probably go for a nice spec'd out Ford Ranger, to be honest. Or the Amarok, I think they're called. The Volkswagen Amarok. I saw a nice V6 one of them earlier. That was nice. So yeah, either a Cupra or an Amarok. What has been the biggest mental block you've had to get over so far? So far, I'm going to assume that that's referring to setting because you said so far. I'd say the biggest mental block I've had so far is knowing that I could do it. You know what I mean? I thought it was a very far up my reach. I didn't think I could actually do it. Everyone else around me was doing it, like in the community, etc. Everyone else was doing it, but I just thought, I've never really been in this kind of thing. I've always done other things to, make money. And I never thought that I could do something as grand as this, but I couldn't have been more wrong, to be honest, because anyone can do this and it is quite easy. You can do it if you want to do it. You can message with my Instagram, jake.clarkius, and I can get you straight. But I'd say that has been the biggest mental block I've had to get over so far. So yeah, moving on to the next one. The final question of today would be, yes, we only have 5 questions. Come on people, you're slacking on it. I want some more questions in on my Instagram. Like I said, my Instagram's jacobs.clarkius. If you've got any questions for me, shoot them over. There's always polls on my story, or if not, you can go in my highlights. What was the question? Have I ever thought about cold calling? I've actually done cold calling. Cold calling was the first offer I actually ever been on. And that offer was shit. Cold calling's like 9 to 5 work, to be honest. Like, yes, you can do that in setting, but cold calling's more like 9 to 5 work. They want more hours out of you. It's utterly shit because the offer that I was on, the leads have been ran through at least like 15 times. At least 1 in 3 people that I call, they'd say, look, I've been getting calls of this fucking like 15 times. Piss off, basically. But that was the first offer I had. Second offer I had wasn't really cold calling. It was more inbound. Someone would, like, let's say, clients would apply to an application, and I would then call them and try and get them booked on a call, as a setter would. But that was a lot better, to be honest. That was definitely a lot better. I say I enjoyed it a bit more. You wasn't just getting told to fuck off. You could actually have some conversations with people. So yeah, I wouldn't turn your head to cold calling. But me personally, I'd definitely say try and stick with a DM setting as of when you can. Because cold calling, it, in all honesty, it does take the energy out of you. And if you haven't got the energy to start, it's nearly impossible to come onto a phone with high frequency. So yeah, I'd say don't turn your head to cold calling, like I say, but be open to it. It's experience at the end of the day. You need all the experience you can get, especially if you're starting. That's how I look at it. If you're just starting out, you need all the experience you can get. I'm glad I done it. Although it was shit, although it stressed me out, I still stuck it out for a week, the first one I'm talking about. No matter how soul crushing it actually was, I still stuck it out for a week because I knew it was good for the experience. So yeah, take that on board. But as far as that goes, that'll be the final question. If you've got any more questions, like I said, shoot it over on my Instagram. And yeah, I'll get them covered. And if you want me to cover any specific topic on a video, just do the exact same thing. Message me on my Instagram and I will be sure to go over that, providing I think it's worth it. But I've been Jake, it's been a pleasure. I'll see you later.